Welcome to Crew Conversations, where softness speaks, stories matter, and healing has a mic that I always forget until I say that part and then I have to start over. So tonight, we're not interviewing anybody. We don't even have a guest. We have a different location. We're babysitting. And while he's downstairs, I just thought we'd have a little conversation. So get you a beverage. This is going to be a good one. I got a little blanket and I got a beverage in a pretty glass because that's how we do. Now, this is just some plain old cran grape juice, but you know I like my beverage in a pretty glass, so cheers to us. hmm hmm Now, listen, the glare in my glasses, because I need readers, and that's part of the conversation. Being over 40, and I'm late 40, I'm almost 50. And the glare in these glasses, see it annoys me to no end. So I just made my text bigger on my iPad. I had wrote everything out, but the glare annoys me, so I can't read it. So tonight we're sitting alone, just myself and you, and I wanted to share some life lessons and life lessons that weren't gifted to me. These lessons I earned from living, okay? Through mistakes, through love, through loss, and through grace. So, my hope is that as I share, you'll see yourself in some of these lessons. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. We're going to start off with lesson one. I can survive what I thought would break me. You thought that was the end, didn't you? You thought you was not gonna make it. Girl, I thought the same thing. I've had moments where I thought like grief would just swallow me whole. And not just a loss of someone, but a loss of an idea of what I thought my life was gonna be, because that's grief too. A loss of a job. That's grief. A loss of a relationship, that's grief. So I thought it would just swallow me whole, but here I am, breathing, creating, living, and I've learned that survival isn't about how strong you are every day. It's about choosing to get up one more time than you falling. So if you get up more times than you fail, you're surviving and you're doing the thing. And I'm proud of you because I'm proud of me. And sometimes we just have to tell ourselves, look, I'm proud of you. And that was lesson one, that, I'm surviving. Sometimes your surviving may not look like what you think or what you want it to look like. But when you get to a place where I am, where I romanticize everything in my life, even the becoming, so you know what I'm saying, the surviving looks good, girl. Don't you see that glow? There ain't no highlighter, girl. That's a real glow. Speaking of glow, lesson two, peace is priceless. I used to think success was about being busy and booked and being everywhere and being everything. But peace has taught me that that's the real flex. Peace feels like drinking my coffee in silence because you know I'm going to have me a cup of coffee in the morning. It feels like walking away from drama without the need for a speech. It feels like an investment I'll never forget. I'll never regret. I'm sorry. So what I've learned about my peace is that, and I say this all the time, this mountain of joy that I'm on, I shall not be moved. So sometimes people can make you so upset and you think about how you used to react, and then you remember that peace that you have and you just like, it's not even worth it, girl. And I feel sorry for you for not having the same peace because I can't be moved. I'm sorry. It's not even worth an argument or rebuttal or reply because I'm about to go to TJ Maxx and look for me a new Sandoval oil. I don't even know what you're talking about because I'm in such a peaceful place in my life. Okay, number 3. Choosing myself is not selfish. For too long, I thought that no meant I was letting somebody down. But what I've learned is that the first person I was letting down is myself. And so choosing myself is not selfish, it's survival, it's self love, it's teaching others how to treat you, it's creating a boundary. And once you create this boundary and people understand these boundaries, they won't cross this line because they know it won't be tolerated. Choosing you looks like when you already have plans for the day, and your plan could be to do absolutely nothing, and then somebody needs you to do something. Choosing you is to keep going with your plan to do nothing and enjoy that doing nothing. That's choosing you. Choosing you is not being in a hurry for somebody else's emergency. Mm-mm. And their emergency might be, can you pick up something on the, no, I'm not going to, I'm going home. So, that was lesson 3. Lesson 4. Okay, girl. My voice has power. Whoa, girl. I think I got a little too excited about this list because I knocked everything down. So, lesson 4. My voice has power. Power. It's that Alabama. There were so many years that I just stayed quiet, swallowed my truth because I thought it would make me easier to love. But silence never saved me. My voice did. Speaking my truth, even what shakes me, has opened doors that I didn't even know existed. Me deciding to publish my book um, on an experience I thought I lived on an island by myself and nobody in the whole world had ever experienced something so horrible. But me telling that story, and I had written it years prior to, years before publishing it. I wrote that story and just set it down. And then I was like, I'm gonna pull the trigger. I'm gonna write it. I didn't publish it. Didn't tell anybody. I worked on it, published it, and then announced and said, hey, look what I did. And the amount of inboxes, texts, calls from people who've experienced the same thing as me has opened so many doors, has made me comfortable in my story and brought me here to you to have crew conversations. I would have never done something like this. But just using my voice to speak my truth has opened, given me so many opportunities to help somebody else, and I am forever grateful. um yeah. Lesson 5. Grief doesn't leave, but joy can live beside it. I live with grief. It doesn't expire, but I've learned that joy is not disrespectful to the people I've lost. Joy is proof that their love is still alive in me. I can laugh and cry in the same day, and that's not weakness, that's wholeness. I host a grief support group, and that's one of the lessons that I teach on, that grief and joy can exist in the same space, and not to feel guilty for having joy in a time where you would think that you're only supposed to have grief. Having joy does not eliminate grief. So they can exist in the same space in the same day, you know, and that's okay. That's okay. Lesson number 6. Time with loved ones is the real luxury. The older I get, the more I realize I don't need more stuff. I'm trying to convince myself that, because if you know me, then you know I love a good thrift. I don't need more stuff. I need more moments, more time, laughing with my kids, more dinners with friends, more mornings where I linger. and have my cup of coffee and enjoy it and run late for work. Time is the currency that I'm rich in when I spend time with people that I love. Recently, I attended the Beyonce concert with my daughter, and when I tell you that was the best time of my life, and it was all because we shared that moment together and we enjoyed being together. And I don't know what can top me spending time with her as adults enjoying, to somebody, you may think it's just a concert, but it meant so much to me. And I don't think I've ever felt that loved um that week I spent with her. I will always treasure that time. Matter of fact, I'm working on a magazine that encompasses all the pictures that we took. So be on the lookout for that. I'll share it with you and show you what it looks like. But it's kind of cool. Lesson number 7. I am more creative than I ever believed. I never thought I'd be doing podcasts and YouTube and designing workbooks and publishing books, dreaming of businesses, but life revealed gifts that I didn't know I carried. Creativity was always in me. It just needed permission to come out. And it showed me there's no expiration date in the becoming. I talk about the becoming all the time. When you're in the romanticizing your life, you're in the becoming. And it's never too late to become whatever it is you want to. You've seen people change careers or it's something like that. That's the becoming, and that's the fun and the excitement of living. You get another chance to explore all of the things that you want to. So, just me in the whole TikTok era, in the morning I have my coffee, I spray my perfume, and I pick a song. And to me, it's just something that I love. But to some other people that don't understand, they may think, well, why is she doing all of that? But if you knew how many people message me and say that that song has encouraged them for the day, and don't stop doing what you're doing because it really blesses me. And it's like this song, I might start that song in the morning and somebody takes that song all day and it blesses them. So I never even thought about like videos and making videos and editing, which I'm really good at editing. It's not even something that I just thought about. But once I picked it up, I love it. And so um randomly I started taking little snippets of church service and putting it into a video. And when I tell you, everybody loves it. And it's just something that I picked up and it was fun and I'm good at it. And the creative juices just be flowing, and I never knew that. I knew that I was creative in a sense with like home decor and fashion and stuff like that. I knew that, but this whole journey has opened up another side of creativity that I didn't even know. Y'all ready for lesson 8? This is a good one. Lesson 8. Forgiveness frees me. Listen, I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. And I said that like it's something in here. This is really just juice. But I was a little parched. Oh, okay. Lesson number 8. I used to think forgiving meant excusing somebody. Now I know that it means releasing myself. Forgiveness doesn't mean you get access to me again. Wait a minute. Rewind. Forgiveness doesn't mean you get access to me again. It means you don't live rent free in my spirit, in my mind, in my thoughts, in my day anymore. That is freedom. You hear me? Did you hear that? Forgiveness is for you. Forgive them, let them be, and move on and finish romanticizing your life. Forgive them and go buy you a new fragrance as your gift. I mean, forgive them and be like, okay, I'm gonna sit you over here and you be in your unhappy world by yourself because I'm free. Did you get that? Forgiveness is for you. That is one of the biggest lessons because you holding on to that grudge is like a cancer. And the more negative energy you give it, the larger it gets. You better free yourself because I'm free. I am. I'm free. Lesson number 9. Loving myself sets the standards for how others love me. When I raise the bar for myself, people either meet me there or they don't get access to me. My self love is the blueprint. I already take myself on nice vacations. I already take myself to nice dinners. I already treat myself to a fine fragrance. Why would I accept less? I'm just saying. You know how the girls say, I'm the man with the money. I ain't got no money, but I'm just saying. But I love myself. You know what I'm saying? I love on myself. I luxuriate to myself. I'll take a fine bubble bath and I'll lather down and I moisturize. Why would I accept less? Sometimes we look at us in our singleness and we think that something is wrong or everything is right. And somebody has to step up to the bar. And that's why you're single. Your bar is high, your standards are high. And somebody has to reach them. And they haven't stepped up yet. The right person hasn't stepped up yet. That's not any kind of indication that something is wrong with you. No, girl, you all that. And see, I'm looking at myself as a reflection. So I'm telling myself, I'm telling you, but I'm telling myself, you, okay, okay, girl, calm down, okay, okay, okay. I'm a skip number 10 because I got some bonus ones, and then I'm gonna come back to number 10. Okay, so this is a bonus. Rest is productive. I used to think slowing down meant I was falling behind, but I've learned that rest is fuel. Stillness is sacred, and the burnout is real. And I one time was in the culinary school. I was working part time. I had my full time job, and I had 2 children. I was running on the fumes, and my body completely shut down. So when I say burnout is real, I'm not just talking about like burnout because you think about burnout, you think about your mind and you're mentally exhausted. And I have been there too. But my body completely shut down. So now I enjoy the slowness. Like yesterday, I got off, I fixed me a meal, I took a shower, I poured me some sparkling water in my pretty glass, I ate my dinner like it was a steak and potato. And I enjoyed the quietness of me. It was so peaceful. And after that, I know I shouldn't have gotten my big back butt in the bed, but I did. I had already showered. I had on perfume. I was smelling good. And I got to bed. And I enjoyed my rest. That's all I'm saying. Another bonus one. I'm allowed to change my mind. Change isn't failure, it's evolution. When I shift directions, it's because I've grown and the growth doesn't apologize. Okay. I just changed my mind. I no longer want to do that. It no longer serves me. And that's okay. because we in control of our own becoming, right? I had another bonus one. Let me see. Vulnerability is courage, not weakness. Letting people see the real me, flaws, fears, and all, has connected me more deeply than any mask could ever. And that's true because I think when I say mask, I used to be a frown. Like, why are you talking to me? Now it's like I have this smile that I don't even see because people walk up to me, especially at church, and say, "Oh, you look so nice. You're smiling. You're so friendly." And I'm like, me, me. But and once I started peeling back the layers and I started talking about things, it gave people a different side of me. And I started talking about, especially like dealing with grief. And people reach out to me and tell me their stories, and I'm like, what have I become? Because people just stop and talk to me and tell me very intimate things, and I'm like, I spent a lot of years with nobody talking to me because I was not approachable. So sometimes it's like, you talking to me? But so, I've become more vulnerable the older I am, and I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not trying to be perceived as perfect. Girl, I don't have it all together. I'm not even going to try to paint that picture because that's a lie. I just don't even have the energy to try to keep up with. This is who I am. So let's go back to number 10, the 10th lesson. If you could see how big this font is on my iPad, I'm embarrassed. But I just can't be bothered with this. Um, no. Okay. Lesson 10. I am still becoming. The biggest lesson. I don't have it all figured out. I am still unfolding, still healing, still learning. And that's the beauty. I am not a finished product. I'm still living. I am a story still being written. And see, like, I love writing these little episodes, and the feedback that I get has been, when I say I love this little small community of people that watch my episodes. I have not shared them too much on Facebook. I haven't really like advertised, but like the smallness of my friends and family, that I love it. I love it. I've become way more comfortable. Um, and I just want to say thank you guys in advance for watching, for giving me feedback, texting me. Now, I will say, of course, I want more and more feedback. So if it's a lesson um, that has resonated with you, let me know which one it is the most. What lesson in life is life teaching you right now? That's a good one because these aren't just my lessons; they're all of ours. So anything that you want to talk about or something that you could think of that I may not have talked about, because these are just 10 that I came up with. We probably could keep on going and going and going, adding things to the lessons because we still learning. I talk to my therapist and I tell her all the time, like, I just want to be a better me. That's all. I just want to be a better me. Um, so yeah, until next time, remember, becoming is the journey, and we are all velvet in the making. Because velvet is what? Soft, but it is strong. Okay? Okay. Let me make sure I don't have anything else that I want to talk about. I don't think so, girl. I think that's it. Of course, this was a random episode as usual. Um, I am babysitting my little cousin, and he's downstairs. So I thought he was gonna run in here, but he ain't paying me no attention. He is growing up. So I'm about to turn me a movie on because he ain't send me. I love you guys. This has been Crude Conversations with Ifra Nasheed. Bye.